Good evening, students. Today we're going to enter into the new chapter, Measurements, chapter 2. Measurements means measuring the objects. So, here the learning objectives are to know the parts of a circle, to calculate the length of arc, area, and circumference of a sector, to calculate the area and perimeter of combined plane figure, then understand the representation of 3D shapes in 2D. Then, to understand the representation of 3D objects with cubes. So, here we are going to learn about the circle, the parts of a circle, and also the length of arc and area and circumference of a sector. So, what is sector? How to find the length and area and circumference. Then, the combined plane figures, to find the area and perimeter of the combined plane figure. So, combined means combination of two figures. For example, semicircle and rectangle, square and triangle. So, like that we are going to find in this chapter. So, to measure in our day-to-day life, we can hear this: measuring the length of a rope, the distance between two places, plots, lands, and buildings. These are the things we will use in our day-to-day life. The biggest invention by man is the wheel. The wheel is otherwise called as the cradle of invention. Okay, so wheel is called the cradle of invention. Then the measurements, not only the mathematics students or mathematicians will deal with this topic, all other the layman uses the logical thinking to apply the concept of measurements when he needs. For example, you can see the carpenter, then the builders, constructors. So they will use the measurements. When you buy a milk, the milkman will measure the milk. When you buy a plot, the plot we will measure by using the area. These are the examples for measurements. So here the recap is given. The teacher asked the students to calculate the area of the circle of radius 7 cm. So we know the area of a circle is A equal to pi r square units. Here we will use the value for pi is 22 by 7, the standard value. Pi is 22 by 7, and also when we divide this 22 by 7 we will get 3.14. The another value for pi is 3.14. So whatever we can need, we can use this. So if you want to cancel, you can use 22 by 7. So we can cancel the 7. If you want to multiply, so 3.14. Both the values are same. These are the values for pi. So here you can see the two methods. Then parts of a circle. So what are the parts are there in a circle? We will see that the fixed point of the circle is called its center. The fixed point is where you can place the compass. This is the center point. That is called fixed point of a circle is center. Then the constant distance is called the radius. The distance between center to the constant part of a circle, that is called radius. Here you can see center to the circle, circumference of the circle. This is called radius. Then further, if any two points of a circle are joined by a line segment, then the line segment is called a chord. So chord means when a line segment joins two points on a circle. So here D and E are the 2 points on a circle. This line, connecting line, is called chord. So we can draw a chord from D to A or D to C also we can draw. So any line which lies or which joined from the points of a circle is called chord. Then diameter. Diameter, you know that a chord which passes through the center of a circle is called a diameter. Say chord, the longest chord is also called the diameter. So which passes through the center. Only one you can see. The diameter only can pass through the center BC. Here also you can join from here, this point to here, from north to south we can join. The line which passes through the center is called as diameter. Understand? Then circular arc and circular sector. So here we're going to learn sector. So already in learning objective itself we had seen we're going to learn the parts of a circle and also the area, perimeter and arc of a sector. So what is sector? Here one example is given. You can see this pizza. So I will read, listen carefully. Though both are of circular shapes, what we understand is that the bangle indicates the boundary of the circle, whereas the pizza indicates the plane enclosed within the boundary of the circle. Thus it is clearly that the bangle indicates the circumference of the circle, whereas the pizza indicates the area of the circle. Understand? Bangle means only we have the circumference. So inside we cannot see any parts, any plane. So only the border or circumference. So if you see the pizza, you can see the area also. So area means what? The surface which covered by the closed figure. So these are called areas. So in pizza we can see the area. Then here a part of the circumference of a circle is called a circular arc. Part. So circumference is this, the boundary. Then part means we can take some part. If you see this pink color, you can see the part. This part is called circular arc. So this blue color also called circular arc. This yellow color also a circular arc. Okay, the part of the circumference. Then the plane surface that is enclosed between two radii and the circular arc of a circle is called a sector. So this is very important point. Listen here. The plane surface that is enclosed between two radius. So from center, this is center to the circumference of the circle. This is one radius. From center to the another circumference, that is another radius. The two radius which enclosed with the circular arc. This is circular arc, two radius. This part is called the sector. So simply you can understand by seeing the piece of pizza. So here we get seen, no, this piece A1 is given. So this piece is called what? Sector. Understand? Two radius is there. This is arc is there. Then each part of a circle which divided by a chord is called a segment. So when we divide by using chord means segment. If we divide here, if we divide from here means this is one segment. So this is called the segment. This note are important points we have to go through. You can understand clearly. Then now we will enter into the formulas. How to derive, find the formulas. How to use formulas in the sums. So first one is length of the arc. Length of the arc in the area of the sector. So first we know the central angle of a circle is 360 degree. So circle, if you draw a circle, so it will ends in the starting points. So 360 degree, the whole angle 360 degree. Then circumference of the circle is 2 pi r units. So we know the formula. So 2 pi r. Then area of the circle is 2 pi r square units. Now here we need only what? Length of the semicircular arc. Semicircle means half of the circle. Okay, half of the circle is called semicircle. So how to find? Here full circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. Then semicircle means half into 2 pi. Understand the simple concept. So full is 2 pi r. Then the semicircle, half of the circle is half into 2 pi r. So half 1 by 2 into 2 pi r means, so 1 by 2, 180 degree by 360 degree into 2 pi r units. So area of the semicircle, area means here total area is pi r square. Here 1 by 2 into pi r square. This is the simple formula. Understand? So 1 by 2 into 2 pi r. So 1 by 2 into pi r square. These are the formulas for area of the semicircle, area of length of the semicircle. Then from this we can understand that length of the arc. So what is the length of the arc? Here you can see. We see this from 90 to 180. This is what? Arc. So from 45 degree to 180, this is one arc. Then 0 to 180, this is also called as arc. Understand? So the length of the arc, that sector and its area respectively, that is, if we assume that the central angle of a sector of radius r units as theta degree. Understand? So we can assume, we know the don't know the values, so we should assume as theta degree. The ratio of the central angle is theta degree to 360 degree is theta degree divided by 360 degree, because whole angle is 360 degree. So length of the arc L is equal to theta by 360 into 2 pi r. 2 pi r means here circumference of the circle. So circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. So from this we need only the part. Part means the part divided by whole angle into 2 pi r. That is the formula to find length. L equal to theta degree by 360 into 2 pi r units. Then area, how to find the area? Same, theta by 360 into pi r square. So here length means 2 pi r, here area means pi r square units. So this is the important formula to find the length of the arc and the area of the sector. Understand? Now here, if a circle of radius r units divided into n equal sectors, then the, so if we divide into n equal parts, so length of the arc of each sector is 1 by n into 2 pi r. So 1 by n into pi r square. We use 1 by n because the divided into n equal sector. So here also the area of sector derived as theta by 360 into pi r square. So theta by 360 means the whole angle. Understand? Then we will see the perimeter of a sector. Perimeter means the total length of the figure, the total boundary. We already know that the total length of the boundary of a closed part, it is perimeter. Understand? Here, how many radius is there? 2 radius, OB and OA are radius, and one arc is there. So the perimeter of sector, length of the arc, that is L. Okay, one arc is there, plus how many radius is there? 2. OA and OB are the radius. So 2 into R, 2 into radius, 2r units. Perimeter of a sector is equal P equal to L plus 2r units. Understand? So these three formulas, area of a sector, then perimeter, length of the arc, then perimeter of a sector, these are very important to solve in this exercise. So go through all the formulas and how they derive the formulas. Watch the video carefully. In next video, in tomorrow's video, we will solve the exercise sums. Before that, you have to know the formulas thoroughly. So those who are not finished your classwork, you need to complete till chapter 1, exercise 1.7. Thank you, students. Have a good day.